Will Smith and Chris Rock. It's occurred to me that we, as a public, have decided to go down the road of uh, hating Will Smith and, by consequence, loving Chris Rock. Now, the reason for this rebuttal, or to explain this rebuttal, before we even mention Will Smith's heroics in hip hop and in Hollywood, before we talk about his philanthropy and his uh, his overall celebrity, Will Smith is a man, and any man worth his salt. In the case of another man hurting his wife's feelings, it's important that we note that it wasn't about him disrespecting her because he did not. It wasn't about him, uh, even him making fun of her. What Will Smith responded to was he hurt her feelings. Now, I can tell you, Will Smith has had to deal with a lot of backlash and major consequences, but they all pale in comparison to the consequence he would have suffered if he would have not handled that like a man. And what I mean by that is that in the case of another man hurting your wife's feelings, you handle that situation right then and right there and with physical retribution. A slap, a punch, a push, something to put your chest to his chest and let him know you do not hurt her. I will give my life. I will give my career. He obviously did. Now, to criticize Will, I don't criticize him for the slap. I think that that was warranted. Chris Rock deserved that slap. But I don't like his celebration after the show. That was, he should have gone home. It added, it added an element to it that he is not glad that he has now. But Chris Rock knew that he should not have said that. This is not, the world has changed now. So, and he did it, so we've accepted it. But we all know that's unacceptable behavior. And for people who say he's a comedian and that he should have been able to say that, I disagree. A comedian does not have license to hurt people. His job is to make people laugh. He should make no one cry. So if anything, Chris Rock, he made that mistake. He didn't do his job well. His job was to make people laugh, and he ended up getting slapped. So let's get on the right train with this one. Let's not cancel Will Smith. Let's bring him back. There's nothing to forgive, I say, because he didn't slap me. He didn't slap anyone else but Chris Rock. So he didn't have to issue an apology to anyone. I would say to Chris Rock's family as well. But as far as the public and you and I, he doesn't owe us an apology. I am Team Will Smith. I appreciate all he has contributed to the culture, and I will not turn my back on him. And Chris Rock, I actually would turn my back on, and not because of the joke, but I saw a video of Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, Ricky Gervais, and Louis C.K. And Louis C.K. and Ricky Gervais were throwing the N-word back and forth with no hesitation. And Jerry Seinfeld said, I don't think you guys can say that. You know, he saw what I saw. What's going on here? And Chris Rock said, "Oh no, 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 no! You don't know him. I work with him." Made an excuse, and the whole time he was giggling. And I don't know how everyone else thinks, but to me, that's a sellout. That's a sellout move. And I've been in spaces where somebody used the N word and I didn't react. So I guess in one way I can understand. But if I'm in the public and I'm a public figure and my um, attitudes and my values are, I'm getting the call.